Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today we're just going to be doing my weekly Shop My Stash, although at the minute they're not so much weekly. It's 11 days, I've just checked, it's 11 days since I did the last Shop My Stash. So I did the last one on the 28th of August and now we're on the 8th of September. It's very early. It's 2 in the morning. I just thought, while I can't sleep, I may as well be productive and get this film for you guys. So the reason it's so late is because of all the eyeshadow looks I've done, which we'll go through in a second, but we're just going to go through like the base. We'll start at the base and then we'll work our way down, and then the palettes are just at the top there. You can just about see them. So the palettes, we had the Lizzie McGuire palette and we also had the Lilac Hue a lot, but I also pulled that Lottie London foil as well, if you remember from last week. So we've got that to talk about, but before that let's just pull the drawers out. Are you able to see it? No? I think that's a tiny bit better. Right, so firstly then, we've got the Spackle Hydrating Moisturising Under Makeup Primer. That one can go back. Let's get the little basket we've been using recently. Then, right, okay. Right, so this primer stays in. I didn't use that this week, but it does stay in. Then we've got the L'Oreal Glow Cherie. So it just looks like that, and that one is in the shade, I don't know, I know it's the lightest shade that you can get. I'm just trying to look for it. Oh yeah, it's the Light Glow. You're never going to see it, but it just says it. It just says it there. You won't see it. So it's the L'Oreal Glow Cherie Natural Glow Enhancer. And I've shown this before, and I'll do it again now. It's quite golden toned. But yeah, I mean, it gives you a nice like little glowy finish. I just use that under my foundation. Now this is very similar. If you want a dupe and you don't want to pay those prices, I'll just show you now. It is this one. I think I might like this one better. This one is the W7, it's Glow Prime, and that one is marketed as a primer, where this is just marketed as an enhancer. But let me just show you. Right, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on the side here. They're even the same colour, so that's it there, that little dot. Can you see? It's practically the same finish. So the W7 one, I think I paid about £2.99, and the L'Oreal one, I think that was about £9.99, but I think I may have got it for £7.99 on special offer. I don't think I paid full price for it, so that one can go back. I actually prefer, to be completely honest with you guys, which you're not really going to get anything else from this channel, is I actually prefer the W7 one. It smells a lot nicer. Right, so we've got an empty, guys. So we've finally finished the Revolution Conceal and Glow. I've literally been scraping the side. I mean, you're not going to see anything, I don't think. But yeah, you can see right to the bottom. Can you see? Yeah, you can actually. You would never have seen that on my old camera. So that one can go in empties. And this one here, this L'Oreal True Match, sorry about it being so dirty. You can see the windows here as well, so I think I'm nearly done with that. It's hardly surprising, as I wear makeup every single day practically, but it can go back for now. I used this a couple of days this week and I really enjoyed it. So it's the Mally Perfect Cover BB Cream in SPF 42. I'm going to pop it back for now though. I mean, if I do want to use it again, I'll pull it during the week. And for concealers, I don't have many concealers. I need to sort that out. I was going to buy a Becca one. They had Becca full coverage concealer for £3.99 at TK Maxx today, and I saw a woman had already like tested it, so I thought, well, why not test it? And it wasn't the right shade for me anyway. It was in the shade Linen. It wasn't the right shade. It was too dark, and it was sticky. So I'm like, I'm not getting that. Anyway, this one is nice. It's from the Makeup Gallery, and it's the Hide and Chic multi-use concealer. It is nice, but to go under my to use as a concealer, it's just not the right shade. It's too dark. This is the right shade for me to be using as a concealer, and you can just see how much darker this one is. So I will carry on using it, but I had to bring this one in, this ELF Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose. It's the lightest concealer I have in my collection, and I'm going to have to pull the stopper out soon, guys, because you can see the window. I don't think I would repurchase that. I'm not a fan of the camo concealers. Even though it says it's hydrating, I personally don't feel like it is. Right, so next up we've got the W7 Get Set eyeshadow base. Still working through it, guys. Nothing to report there really. Then we had the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten foundation in the shade Porcelain. The SPF won't work on this now because I've had it years, so I used that quite a few times. And then the rest always stay in here. Right, so this is where it's going to get tricky now. Blushes, what am I putting back and what am I not? Right, so I'm going to pop this back. So this is the Sleek Face palette, and somebody said in the comments this is like the new Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and I've finally seen it and it does look really similar. This one, guys, is like $9.99. So if you are interested in that ABH one but you don't want to pay them prices, I'd say go with Sleek, but that one can go back. Right, so this Kiss and Smink blush, I think I'm going to declutter. It's nice enough and everything, but it is very similar to the MUA blush, but this one is more pigmented. So if I'm going to keep any of them, it's going to be this one. I don't know if I used it. I think I'll keep it in for one more week. I will keep hold of this Colourpop Super Shock in Jellyfish. It is really bright. Now the camera's washing it out because of the light, but it's a lot brighter than what it looks like through the camera lens. I think I'll keep it in one more week because I'm trying to figure out which cream blushes I don't need and which I do. So I'll keep it in for another week, just so we can test it. I didn't use this one either, this L'Oreal Infallible blush pen in Tangerine Please, so that has got to stay in as well. This one's staying in anyway. It's been in ages now. I'd say it's coming up for about a month of being in, but I absolutely love it. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'll probably keep that in for a few more weeks and then put it back. Another one that's going to get decluttered is this Max Factor. Now, I used this twice and I just didn't like it either time, so it looks like that. And it does look a lot like my Hourglass one, so I don't need it. I mean, I've got the Hourglass one. This one can go back in the collection. I don't think I'll declutter that. That one's really nice. And then this W7 one, I'm not too sure about either. So I'll leave that in as well. I think what I might do for this week, just pull a face palette, just because I've got all those blushes in there. I think that's what I'll do. Right, so now we've got highlighters and bronzer. So when I use this in my shop, My Stash Get Ready With Me, I just think I went ham with it because it's actually quite a nice bronzer. And I've used it 5 out of the 7 days and I've really come to enjoy it, so I will keep it in the collection. I'll just put it back for now. Oh, I've got a highlighter on the bed from what I used earlier. Right, so we're definitely keeping this one in. I want to use it for another week at least. I've made a huge significant dip there. Can you see it? We'll be hitting pan if we carry on with that. It is a really soft formula though. This highlighter, I can't recommend it enough. If you've been sitting on the fence like I was, I didn't even buy that. My mum bought it for me last year for Christmas, and I've loved it ever since. So yeah, I just wish I'd got it sooner is my only gripe with it. So the next one I think I want to keep in is the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme. It is so pretty, and it's another one of my favourite highlighters as well. So yeah, we'll keep that one in. I think I'm going to put this back. I did enjoy how it looked on my skin. It doesn't really look that deep, even though it looks deep in the pan. So yeah, I think we'll keep that one. And this Laura Geller one I know for a fact that I like, and it's new, so I definitely want to keep it. I'm going to do you a swatch before I put it back. But that's the shade on my finger. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. This is so pretty. Part of me wants to keep it in for another week. Look at that, guys. See, I've got half a mind to turn the light off or turn it down so you can just see it a little bit better. It's a perfect duochrome highlighter, that. What shall I do? Right, I'm going to keep it in. I really do like it. Even if I don't get to use it, it can just stay there. Right, so now we've got my project pans. I don't really need to show them to you yet, just because I do updates, so I won't show you them. Then this bottom drawer is just eyebrow products, and there's some in here is like project pan lipsticks. I'm really getting down to it now with this Technique lip oil, and then I'll just pull, once I've used that, I'll pull this one in. I think I got that for my birthday and I've still not opened it. So it's the Barry M Cocoa Loco lip oil, and I've also got this one. This really should be beside my bed. It's the Barry M Lip Rehab Nourishing Lip Mask. I'll put that beside my bed. Right, let's get the palettes. Okay, so I'll tell you what I've been using. Obviously, we used Lizzie McGuire. I've already put the looks up of that palette. And then the last 3 days, I've been using Lilac Hue a lot. I think I've got dodgy packaging. It always comes open. So I'm just in the middle of editing that video. I'm going to try and get it up before the Shop My Stash tomorrow. We pulled this Lottie London eye foil out. It is stunning. It's in the shade Golden Hour. I definitely want to pick up the remaining colours. I think there's either 2 or 3 other colours, and I definitely want to get them because it's just so foiled. Right, so the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions and the Nude Light, sorry, I'm keeping them because I'm kind of testing them so we can do that Huda Beauty least favourite to favourite. I've already done my Urban Decay least favourite to favourite, so if you haven't seen it, I'll put it at the end of the video and you can go and check that out. Then we've got a lip scrub there and my Keys lip balm there. Really, they could be doing to go somewhere else because I'm obviously not using them, because I normally keep those lipsticks on top. So I'll keep the lipsticks on top, and then I've got all my little ornaments here as well. So I've got to remove all this stuff when I want to get the palettes out. Then I've got this picture, and then we've got Chloe. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff just to get palettes out and things like that, but that's everything I used last week. Right, okay, so I will show you what it looks like. I mean, I should really do a swatch for those of you that have just seen this video and you didn't see the look I created last week. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that just beautiful? And look how foiled it is, guys. So yeah, that one's going back in my collection. Well, it never went in my collection. So we're just going to pop that away. Right, let's get the Lizzie McGuire palette out. Right, so I used everything in this palette apart from this glitter here. I'll be using that next time we pull it out. Now, I love the mattes, and I even like these sequin shades down here. These two shades here, so we've got Outfit Rememberer and Hello Fabulous. They're so chunky, guys. I don't know what your experience is if you have this palette, but they really are. These two shades here, Bye-Bye and Dear Diary, are just really, really nice. I do like it for those, and I like it for the mattes. Oh, and I did like this shade here as well, Cutie. So it's not a complete write-off. I do think it's a nice palette. Am I glad I got it? Yes. I just wish the formula of the Colourpop eyeshadows would be consistent across the board, and I know you can't always say that because some eyeshadows are more difficult to make than others, but both of these are just, you can see it in the pan. Both of them are just so chunky, but I'd rather have them chunky than this green Dear Diary shade be chunky, and they don't look chunky on the eyelids, so yeah, I don't have too much to complain about there. But yeah, that's that one. And it's not as bad as this one, guys. So this one is the Lilac Hue Allure, and again we've got two eyeshadows in here that I really didn't like, and they're the ones that I used today actually. So we used Trainwreck, very chunky, but not as chunky as Cloud. I managed to get a look out of it, and I was okay with the look that I created, but my favourite shade or shimmer in this palette is Wake Me, just because it's got like a blue shift. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, and I did actually quite like Fluff, and I love the mattes. I love all of the mattes, so I will definitely be keeping it. I won't be decluttering it. I don't see myself decluttering any of the Colourpop ones. I've spent quite a lot of money recently on my Colourpop palettes, and I'm getting quite a collection, so they're all like collection pieces for me, but some of them are worse than others. But like I said in the Lilac Hue Allure video, this isn't worse than the Elster palette that I've got. So that's those, and I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. So let me go and pop all that back. Let me go and pop all this back. Let me show you. I'll just pop all this back, and then we'll choose some products for the upcoming week. Right, so we're hand holding now, guys, so we can see everything a little bit better. I don't know what foundation to pull, so let's see about primers. I do like this one, and I was going to pull it last week. Too Faced Hangover RX, that's a possibility. Let's just pop that on the desk. Don't know whether to pull one of these as well. Either the Glossier or the Revolution. So this is the Glass Skin Primer. Basically, guys, what I've got to say about these two primers is they are very similar. This one, this Glossier one, just has skincare properties in it, and I don't really like the smell of it. I'm going to use it again, I think I will pull it again and just gather a few more thoughts. I did really like that one. It doesn't have any kind of scent to it because there's no skincare properties in it, but this one, this Glossier Future Dew, did have. I don't have any like pore refining primers apart from that L'Oreal shot that I keep in the drawer every single time, so I think I will pull the Hangover I think I will pull the Too Faced Hangover RX. There's not much left and we'll work on that this week. Now foundations, let's pop that over there where that belongs. Foundations, right. I wore this to my sister's birthday and it looked flawless. I love the way this looks, but I don't think I want to pull it this way. It's the Profusion Feel Good Skin. My shade is Fair Free Cool Pink. It's not the right shade at all, but this is the lighter shade that they do for cool toned girls, and I'm more pink than like yellow base, so I always go for like a quite pinky foundation. Might pull the Luminous Glow. I've not used this in a while. Yeah, let's pull this one. This one is in the shade Porcelain. Concealers, we don't really have many to choose from. I think I'll pull this one by Maybelline. It's the Instant Anti-Age Eraser, and this one is the brightening one, I believe. Yeah, 05 brightener. And I might just pull this one again just in case I need it, because this one looks really pink and I might need a little bit of that as well to balance it out a little bit. Just pop all these in the basket. Powders, so something I haven't used in a while. This one's quite nice for under the eye area actually. It's the number 7 Translucent and Perfect Light. Let's pull that as a loose. As a compact, I don't really know. Let's pull one of these Rimmel ones. So we've got the Rimmel Stay Matte in Peach Glow. Yeah, let's pull that. Then we've got these illuminating products here. So we've used this one. So we don't have many really. I'm just trying to figure out, I think next one up really, because I'm trying to do them in rotation, is this L'Oreal True Match. So let's pull that. And then the bronzers are here. Now I know I said I was going to pull a face palette, but I'm thinking of maybe bringing this one out, this Maybelline City Bronzer. And this one is in the shade Medium Warm 250. So yeah, we'll fetch that one out, and then that's it for all of that drawer. So we've had primers and foundations. That needs to go over here. They're just my bigger bronzers back there. Do I want... Oh, actually, I want this. I use this as finishing powder, so I want to use this for the week as well. So this one is in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. Now, I've heard somebody uses this as highlighter. There's not that much of a shine to use it as highlighter. I can't get into it, guys, and we'll show you at the end. No, I use it as a finishing powder and it does brighten, but I don't feel like there's enough shine for it to be a highlighter. Well, not the way I highlight anyway. I love a beaming highlighter. So I was just saying, we've pulled primer, we've pulled foundation, we've pulled powders, illuminating products and bronzer, and that's all I've got in here. So let's move over to the bigger collection. Right, so up first, because I said I was going to pull a face palette rather than individual blushes, I'm going to see what I've got. We've got these palettes that I've made myself that are really nice. Like this one's really nice. This is more like your summer, and then this one is more your autumn shades, and I've not even used this since I made it. It's from Deck of Scarlet. They're all the face products that came in the Deck of Scarlet one, but I feel like that's too autumn to be pulled yet. I don't know whether to pull either the Z palette It's got a couple of Benefit ones there. I think that's Havana, that's Rocature, and then the others, well, yeah, there's 2 more in here. There's this one, look, can you see? It looks like there's pan there. It looks like if I use that I'll be able to get some pan, so maybe I'll bring this one out. Maybe I'll swap some of these shades here, put them in this Z palette for the kind of more autumnal shades. Let's open it up. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Do I want that one? Yeah, I think I'll keep that one in, but the bright pink one, I don't even know if I want that. The bright pink one can go. I want to take this one out. We'll just leave it like that, I think, and then we'll put this one here. Yeah, let's pull this. Can always do that one another time. I might pull some highlighters. Speaking of highlighters, I'm thinking this one, because I got it for my birthday. I got some money and I bought it for my birthday for £5 from Wilko. And guys, I don't know if I'm into it. I think I need to change the batteries in the light, it's flickering. I'll show you when I've got the camera on the tripod. Let me just go and change the batteries in this light. Right, so in case you're new here, I'll just run through it all again. But I don't think I'm going to pull anything from blushes. Well, I know I'm not. This one's quite nice though. Let's pull this one just in case them blushes from that palette don't work out. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. These are all my cream blushes, but I'm not going to pull any more of them out just because I've got a few now in the drawer. So we've got just empty containers back there in case I need to put something in them. Got some highlighters here. I think I'm just going to pull one highlighter out, maybe one that I'm not too sure on, and see if I want to keep or declutter it. I'm not too sure on this one. Essence the highlighter, it's in the shade 01 Mesmerising. It's just a subtle highlighter. But do I want to pull that? Yeah, I think I should. I mean, I've got a couple of really nice highlighters that I know that I like. So we'll pull that one as well as the Essence palette, and then that's it for that. So this is what the drawer looks like. Highlighters, blushers, cream blushers, and there's a few highlighters back there as well. I think I'm going to pull this out. This should still be in the drawer anyway because it's kind of in the non-official project pan, so pull that out as well. So it's the Becca Mini in the shade Opal if you're interested. So that's those two drawers, and then goodness, I need to pull some lipsticks. Now I'm not too sure what to do here, so let's pull this lipstick container out and see what I've got in here. I've not pulled from it in a while. I'm just trying to figure out what palettes I'm going to be using though. Let's pull the palettes first. I kind of know actually. I want to pull this Blush Crush palette here, so we're going to need some like kind of pinky nudie lipsticks. So this is what Karen got for me. If you've not seen that video, I will try and link it somewhere. And then you guys have been asking, so I really need to listen to what you guys want. So you guys have been asking if got stuff everywhere here. I will do a look with this little beauty here. Now I'm kind of nervous about doing it just because I've heard so many bad reviews on it, but I got it at a discounted price. I think originally it's 60 and I got 30% off, so I really didn't pay much for it, so I thought why not. So they're the two palettes that we're going to be pulling for this week. So they can go on the desk. Right, so let's have a look. I feel like I want to pull this Wet n Wild one. This one is in the shade Wine Room. It's really, really beautiful. So that's that one. I might concentrate on drugstore lipsticks this week. Ooh, that's pretty, innit? That's so me, is it not? Look at that, guys. Yeah, we'll pull that. Maybe that will go with some of the looks from the Zendo palette. So that's 2 lipsticks. I think I'm going to pull this Wonder Woman one out as well. I mean, I barely used it, you know. Looks like that. If I don't like it, I'm going to declutter it. There's not much room. Now, I've said to myself, for my bullet lipsticks, my drugstore ones, I won't go over what's in here. And there's only so many slots that are in here. So yeah, that's the 3rd lipstick. Oh, I want to pull this one as well. Really, really like this one, and I've not wore it in a hot minute. So that one is, I think, Seclusion. Yeah, Seclusion. Do you want to focus, camera? And I'm going to do swatch. And these are the swatches, guys. Swatches of these. Look at that. That is such a beautiful cool toned, like mauvey toned purple. So that's 4. And since we're getting in autumn, part of me really wants to use this. I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity with the palettes I pulled, but look at it. And it's got like stars all over it as well. Can you see them? Just about. I think that's it, guys. I think 5, and probably going to keep some that are in the container already. So we'll just leave it at 5. Let me pop that. Right, let's get cracking. I'm going to have to put some of this stuff to the side. Okay. Bring the base drawer out. I've also got my Project Pan foundation as well. And I think that's it for... No, it isn't. Don't think it's all going to fit in. This one will probably have to go to the side somewhere. So blushers, I don't think that's going to fit in. Oh, this one's going back in the collection for now anyway. I don't know why that was left in. This is that blusher I was telling you about. It's perfect for this time of year. As the season's changing, that's it there. I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity though. I mean, look how nice it is. yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity, but my thinking was, well, if that palette doesn't work out, I mean, let me just show you how close we are, I think anyway. Let me know your thoughts to panning this blush. It's only a little baby, it's only a travel size, but can you see the pan there? It might be a long while before I actually, you know, see any pan, but I think I'm quite close. I mean, you know, I've never panned a full blusher, I don't think. No, I don't think I have. So just let me know your thoughts on that. The only thing I've panned face palette wise is a couple of highlighters. No, actually one highlighter from my Jaclyn Hill palette. It's Champagne Pot. So this is the gorgeous palette that we've kind of curated for this upcoming week. We've got a couple of highlighters, this really nice blush here. So I'm kind of wondering whether I want to keep that in, but that'd be perfect for autumn as well. So I'm kind of already transitioning, and then this is a really nice blush topper, because I don't always want a matte blusher, I actually prefer a glowy blush. And then we've got this highlighter here, which is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I really like that, and this is a nice highlight as well. It's a lot like Mary Lou. It did actually come out of the balm, I think it's called Bon Voyage or something like that. So yeah, we'll try and see what we can do with that this week, but we do have cream blushes in. I definitely want to be working on these two. I want to use at least them once each, and then I can pop them back, just like gather my thoughts on them. And then we've got a few powders in there. Quite full this week. Oh, I'll show you. And it did actually come out of the balm, I think it's called Bon Voyage or something like that. So yeah, we'll try and see what we can do with that this week, but we do have cream blushes in. I definitely want to be working on these two. I want to use at least them once each, and then I can pop them back, just like gather my thoughts on them. And then we've got a few powders in there. Quite full this week. Oh, I'll show you. Right, so we all know what these palettes look like, but I will show you. I mean, packaging goals or what, guys? I absolutely love that packaging. And then this is what it looks like inside. It is so beautiful. I'm really looking forward to using it. This shade here, Popper Bottle, looks a lot like that highlighter there, but I think that highlighter is going to be a bit more pigmented, because these Super Shocks are just so light. Oh, actually, it's not that light. If you put it on a few times, it's not actually that light. This one actually came kind of raised out of the pan, but I got some rubbing alcohol and just pressed it back in, and it's good as new now. This shade here, Blossom Up, looks absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait. I've already said that, haven't I? I just can't wait to use the palette. You guys asked me to use this, the Natasha Denona Zendo palette, and that looks like that. I think I had used it. I've definitely used that brown. I can't wait to use it. This shade here, Yama, is going to get used first, because that's the duochrome in the palette. I do want to do a look with these like blue teal shades here. How many looks shall we say? 4? 3 or 4 looks, because I've got the... We'll do 3 looks with each palette. I might choose 4, because it is a bigger palette than the Blush Crush one. I think I'm going to take you over to my Colourpop collection, and you can vote on next week's palette if you want. So let's just go over there. Right, so this is what my little collection looks like now. we've got a new guest. Well, we've got two new guests because these weren't here last week. I got this when I went to Blackpool Zoo on my date. I just picked that up from the gift shop, and this one I only got today, little Anna. And I know a lot of you guys have got these and keep them in the boxes, but I think it looks better without the box, and I don't have room for it, to be honest. So let's discuss what we're going to use next week. I think I'll just tell you what I've not already used. Okay, so I've not used Menage a Moi, I've not used Boudoir Noir, I've used it, but I used This Good As Gold for an eye look, but other than that I've not used it. So I have only used it once. I've used Wild Nothing. I haven't used Flutterby, so that could be another contender. And then at the back I haven't used Truly Madly Deeply, and I've used Limoncello, so that's from there. Right, and then here we've got Making Mauves. Haven't used that one. Baby Got Peach and Coast to Coral I've used. This is a new palette also from Karen, the High Tides palette, so haven't used that. Haven't used Grandeur. Right, let's just bring these down a sec. Right, so I've used Frozen, I've used the Child palette. I think that's Aura Now. I haven't used Mint to Be, but I'm doing a collab with that this week. But if you want me to do more looks with it, just please leave me a comment down below. Like You A Lot I've just used. In a Trance I've used High Society, and I think I've used all these at the back. What shades? What's that? Yeah, Miss Bliss I've used, Honey I've used. I've only done one look with Just My Look, so again you can vote for it if you want to. I will be using it again at some point. And I've used Going Coconuts. So if you want to vote on which one, hang on a minute. So if you want to vote on which one you want me to use, please do so in the comments. If not, I'll just pull one. I think next week I'll probably use this one as well, because a few people have said that they're looking forward to seeing me do some looks with it, and I think I've got a comparison video coming up with this as well. So yeah, that might be interesting to pull that next week. But yeah, for now we're just going to pop everything away, the palettes, the lipsticks, and we're just gonna casually walk over here again and take everything off. I'll fast forward this bit, don't worry guys. Let's put the Zendo in. I think I'm going to be using the Zendo first, and then Blush Crush. Now, I haven't pulled any extra eyeshadows out with that. There is one Super Shock that I thought might go nice. Let me just go and get it. Right, so this is where I keep my Super Shocks. Now, there's a few in here that would go really nice with that palette. This one would, but I've used it recently. So this one is Chase the Light. This new one would that Karen bought for me, and I've used that. That one's in Like a Moss. So I was going through the rest of my collection and I came up with this one. So this one is Une. So we're going to pull that. I think I've used that recently as well, but quite a few weeks back. So yeah, I keep all my Colourpops in. I keep all my Super Shocks in here, and my Fade Into Hue, the bigger palettes, they just won't go anywhere. I do feel like I need to buy another one of these though. I mean, this one is kind of stuck in between, just because there's not enough slots. There's only 7 slots, so you can only fit 7 palettes, and I think there's 9 palettes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 palettes there. So yeah, it doesn't fit. Anyway, enough about that. So So please do subscribe, like and comment. I would really appreciate it. And I am doing a giveaway really soon, and you have to be in it to win it. Right, so we've popped the palettes away, so now let's pop the lipsticks away. I'll just take the ones out that I'm not going to use. I think I used that last week, the YSL. Still not 100% sure on it. I'm not going to declutter it just because of how expensive it is. I didn't use this one, this e.l.f. in Nectar. That one can stay in. I don't know, I can't remember using Velvet Teddy. That one can stay in. This Bedtime Flirt, I'm sure I used it. Pop that one back. Don't think I used this one. That one's in Embellishment. Can't keep everything in. Right, that one can go back. I didn't use it. I was just keeping it out because it was new. Didn't use that, but we've got a bright red in, so that one can go back. I used that one. That one can go back. I think I'm going to keep the YSL one out. Don't know if all of these are going to fit in, you know. Actually, yeah. Right, so that's what it's looking like. I'm going to keep this gloss in. I didn't use it last week, so I'm going to try and use it this week. So let's take this over. I've got friends all over. Here, there and everywhere. Okay, I think that's right. Right, so I'll show you the drawers again. So obviously you can see my palettes here. I'm not gonna show you them, but that's all my base products. They're just Project Pan. So guys, that concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate your support, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.